everybody. Welcome back to another Tarot Tea Time. This time, of course, we're talking about Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Of course, I was inspired to do this reading because of the British GQ cover that just came out. How insane was that? Also, the caption, in case you guys missed it before I do the reading, I've got to read you this caption just for context. So this is what Megan Fox wrote on her Instagram underneath the picture of them in GQ style on the cover of the Autumn-Winter 2021 GQ style issue, the British edition. I believe this was also in the article. The tale of two outcasts and star-crossed lovers caught in the throes of a torrid solar flare of a romance featuring feverish obsession, guns, addiction, shamans, lots of blood, general mayhem, therapy, tantric night terrors, binding rituals, chakra sound baths, psychedelic hallucinations, organic smoothies, and the kind of SE, you know what I'm talking about, that would make Lucifer clutch his rosary. Okay, so you guys, I gotta know. What is the tarot tea on this couple? Are they actually this hot, steamy, spicy pair, or is that all for show? Like, what really goes on behind closed doors when it comes to these two? They definitely are putting their love out there, and I feel like it could really go either way. Like, I'm rooting for them. I like them as a couple. I think it would be amazing, and I hope that they really are each other's twin flames. But let's see what the tarot tea is. I don't know. I feel like we can't really speculate anymore. We just need to get the cards to tell us some truth. Okay, I don't have my wine today, but I need some for this one because I feel like it's going to get dramatic. It's very spicy, this couple. First, let's get Megan Fox's energy. Okay, well, that's pretty clear. For Megan Fox, we have the Sun card. So she genuinely is this happy. She is this in love. It's real for her. The way that she feels inside, if you guys can see this picture, I mean, it's just someone like jumping for joy, just like so happy. So like, this is how she feels. And she's sharing this stuff from her heart. She's just a very deep person. We could get into her astrology another time, but she is that type of person. So this is just her genuinely expressing herself. Okay. All right. Good for them. Okay. So let's see what Machine Gun Kelly's energy really is. This one I'm a little worried about. Okay. He has the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Now, in a relationship, this means someone, and I think that it's just his energy being a little more immature. He is younger than her, and not by much, but I think that he might still be, finding himself in different ways. And I know that he did go through a lot, like in his childhood. He's a single father. He had a really rough upbringing, didn't have people who were really there for him. I get the sense from just hearing him in interviews that he truly raised himself in many ways, and there are probably a lot of wounds there, obviously, abandonment wounds, things like that. The 10 of Pentacles reversed in a love reading means that there's a little bit of a cautionary tale here. He needs to be careful of caring too much about what people on the outside think about the relationship and not enough about the actual connection. Now, I do think that he's obviously invested in this connection. Clearly, there is a connection between the two of them. But this tells me that for him, there does need to be some care taken to make sure that it doesn't get into like his ego more, to where he truly is starting to, fall in love with the idea of them as a couple more than actually being a part of that couple. You know what I mean? It's like believing your own hype too much. So, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I kind of had a feeling that there was going to be something like that here. From her, not at all. It's 100,000% genuine. From him, it's genuine too. I mean, he still cares about her quite a bit, obviously, and we'll get more clarity with the cards. But but there definitely is an element of him needing to be careful that he doesn't believe too much of the hype, put too much emphasis on the ego side, and not enough emphasis on the actual love relationship and getting closer to one another. Falling in love with one's own reflection, not becoming too narcissistic about the relationship. Okay, I get that. What's coming next for them? Oh my God, the Tower. Okay, now before I say what this is, let's pull a couple more cards because the Tower is a change. So there is going to be a big change and a shakeup in their relationship. But I don't know if this is good or bad yet. So because sometimes the Tower just is a huge shift. It can just be like this Tower moment where everything comes crumbling down so that something can be rebuilt. Now, it could be his old life comes crumbling down, so that they can be together and be a family. And maybe he's like cutting people out of his life who are partiers and stuff like that. Oh, that's another thing, the 10 of Pentacles. His 10 of Pentacles reversed also signals that there could be issues between Megan and people in his life. That doesn't surprise me either because of the alleged drug use that we hear about. She's even talked about in interviews how, she's like, I don't do illegal substances. I think it was like a Vogue or Elle digital interview on YouTube, and someone asked her, like, have you helped Coulson with his with his skincare routine? And she's like, yeah, like more sleep, no illegal drugs or no illegal substances, things like that. So she kind of made light of it, and she did allude to the fact that like there has been that in his life and that she leads a very healthy lifestyle. So, like when people do drugs, party, do stuff like that, typically they're around people who also do that. So if there's an issue between Megan Fox and some people in his camp, if there's friction there that's causing some issues in their relationship, that might mean, with this Tower card especially, that he's going to need to let go of a lot of people in his life who are a bad influence, or, the kind of people that he does those things with that would prevent him from, being around kids, being a good family man, being a great dad, being a great husband someday. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So let's get another card to further clarify what this Tower moment really is. Okay, so all right, I'm really relieved. Really relieved. The Tower moment is not bad. Thank God. It is just the Two of Cups. This is one of the marriage cards. Definitely twin flame card. Definitely. Okay. So you guys, this is not a sham. There are things going on in their environment with that 10 of Pentacles reversed. I keep coming back to that because that is kind of a big deal. That tells me that there are things that need to change in their outside environment, the kind of people that they surround themselves with, maybe the kind of work environment. There could be a lot of different things. Like maybe Machine Gun Kelly needs to start having his own tour bus so that there aren't groupies coming. Like, you know what I mean? It's something like that where and I think he's going to make some like huge changes so that he can have this Two of Cups with her. So this is like marriage, commitment, relationship, twin flame. Okay, so this is real. I think this relationship is causing them both to really change and grow. Please leave a comment below if you guys agree or if you disagree. Let me know what you think, because just from like their different interviews and things like that, it really does seem like, they both talk about how it's like agony and ecstasy and like all this stuff. And it's either really cheesy or it's extremely real and a very honest, deep relationship. And they're just being really vulnerable with the public. And after this reading, I actually think that they're just being really vulnerable, which is refreshing. And that's kind of cool. Okay. So a couple more cards to clarify this Two of Cups energy. I have the Five of Cups reversed, which means moving on from the past, moving on from past heartbreak. I see this more as being Megan because she was in that 10-year relationship, 10-year marriage with the father of her children, Brian Austin Green from 90210. I have some thoughts on that, but that's kind of for another time. He's older than her. It's really interesting to me how much she's coming out of her shell with this relationship. I feel like that was a karmic relationship with Brian Austin Green, which is one of those relationships that forces you to face yourself, to face any self-worth issues. He was older. He was more experienced in acting. She talked about that in past interviews, and it just seems like he was the prize or whatever at that time, and the power dynamic was a little bit off when I see kind of old interviews of them. When I hear the way they talk about each other, there was a lot of love there, but I don't necessarily think it was the healthiest, which is why it didn't last. And now I think that this really is a twin flame thing, and she's finally moving on. Five of Cups reversed. She's moving on from that past pain. And Eight of Pentacles, the final card to clarify what's coming next after this Two of Cups energy. Eight of Pentacles in a love reading just means they're going to keep building. So I see this relationship going the distance, you guys. It's not all just smoke and mirrors. It's not all just shock value. I think that they're very dramatic, but I think that that's because they truly do feel this way about each other. And I think that it's absolutely genuine, and they're just kind of quirky people. That's just their vibe. So, I mean, more power to them. I'm so happy that the reading actually turned out well, because I really wasn't sure. This one was kind of like making me edgy. So I hope that you guys liked this. Again, I would love to get your comments. Please leave them below and let me know who you guys want me to read next. I heard Selena Gomez. I think somebody tagged that on the last video. So that one's coming up next. I'm going to do Selena Gomez and the person that she's rumored to be dating, the guy who was Captain America. What's wrong with me? It's too late. I need to go to bed. I can't remember. But okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Please like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. There's more tarot tea coming out all the time. And these celebrities, they keep the tarot tea piping hot. Okay, you guys, I'll see you in the next video.